he upset. If he acting up, come for his neck. Fake him out now, he don't know his next. I'ma hunt him down like Jango Fett. Yeah, Jango Fett. Jango Fett. I'ma hunt him down like Jango Fett.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at and reviewing all of the Jango Fett Slave 1 starships. I have all of them except for one, but we're still going to be going over that one a little bit. So there's a total of 26 here at an estimated value of $1,800 in total for all of them. Okay, so to start off, we're going to start with the Jango Fett Starfighter Hallmark Keepsake Ornament. It does come with an Obi-wan Starfighter. It came out in 2022. It goes for about $10 to $20 online, and this one is the smallest of all of the Slave ones that I own. Alright, next up is another Hallmark ornament. This one came out in 2002, so 20 years before the other one. This one sells from about $10 to $30, and here's another quick look at the box. Okay, next up, this is the Micro Machines Clone Army Raid Slave 1. This one came out in 2015. Currently goes for about $15, and it was originally packaged with a clone dropship and Obi-wan Starfighter. Okay, next up we have the Wizards of the Coast miniature Jango Fett Slave 1. Came out in 2006. You can currently get one for about $12, and it comes with a card that looks like this. Okay, next up we have the Titanium Series Jango Fett Slave 1 that came out in 2005. You can currently find one of these for about $15. The wings do articulate. Those of you who don't know, the wings articulate for a landing position and a flying position. When the wings are like this, it's set for flying position. When they're set flat like this, this is for the landing position. And here's a quick look at the box. This one does come with a stand that looks like this, and it just attaches in here like that. I like to set it down and display it like this, but you can also prop it up and display it like this as well if you would like. Okay, next up we have the Black Series Titanium Jango Fett Slave 1. This one has the clear window glass on the front, the other one has black. This one came out in 2015 and goes for about $20. The wings on this one articulate, and so do the guns. And this one also comes with a flight stand. Okay, next up we have the Hot Wheels Jango Fett Slave 1. This one came out in 2018. I think it goes for about $20. I was having a hard time finding one for a reference, but the Boba Fett version goes for $20. The wings and guns on this one do not articulate, and it does come with a flight stand. Okay, this is the Hot Wheels Jango Fett Starship from 2023. You can currently find one of these for about $20, and for those of you who didn't know, Disney did change the name of Jango Fett's ship from Slave 1 to Jango Fett's Starship. But that'll be another video for another day where we can discuss that change. It does come with this flight stand. Alright, and then the next one is another Hot Wheels. This is the Attack of the Clones Nitro Scorcher, which is designed after Jango Fett's Slave 1, supposed to kind of have the same likeness as Jango Fett's Slave 1. This one came out in 2014 and is currently worth about $5. Okay, next up we have the F-Toys Slave 1 Jango Fett version. This comes with just the Slave 1 alone, or you can get this one with the Slave 1 and the Obi-wan Starfighter. I like the little Obi-wan Starfighter there, I think it's pretty neat. This one came out in 2014, and you can currently get one for about $20. It has this nice little flight stand plate. Here's what that looks like. Alright, here we have the Tomy Diorama Jango Fett Slave 1. This one came out in 2004 and goes for about $30. Alright, and here we have the Force Link Slave 1. This came out in 2002. You can currently get one for about $15, and this one comes with a series of electronic sound effects and lights. Here is the Angry Birds Telepods Jango Fett Slave 1. This came out in 2013. If you get this one new in the box, you can find it for about $50. The Jango Fett pig figure comes with the scannable QR code, so then you can play him, then you can use him as a playable character in the game Star Wars Angry Birds. Alright, next up we have a very detailed, nice piece. This is the Star Wars X-Wing expansion pack that comes with the Jango Fett Slave 1 like this. And this came out in 2021, and you can get one for about $30. Alright, next up we have the Fighter Pod Jango Fett Slave 1. This one came out in 2013. If you get this one new in the box, it's surprisingly expensive. It costs about $90 for this one. These are supposed to be played with similar to Beyblades. You send two of them shooting at each other in an arena, and whatever one is the last one spinning is the winner. They all come with these little Star Wars characters that fit inside these capsules that you shoot at each other. To shoot this one, you have to push down the front window of the Slave 1. You have to have it pressed flat on the table because there's this little piece here in the back that prevents you from shooting it if it's not pressed down. So you would have to hold that down if you wanted to shoot it while holding it in the air. Alright, here's one that most people probably don't know about. This is a paper origami Slave 1. Came out in 2002, and it comes from this book, the Ship Schematics Punch-Out book, where you can make a Republic dropship, Zam speeder, the speeder Anakin and Obi-Wan used to chase Zam, Obi-Wan Starfighter, and Jango Fett Slave 1. It just has the little punch-out paper parts to make the ship, and then some instructions to make the ship. Alright, next we have the Jango Fett Slave 1 Thermos. It came out in 2002. You can currently get this and the lunchbox together for about $30. It does come with the Jango Fett lunchbox as well. The lid just screws off and you can put whatever Star Wars drink or whatever fun thing you want to put in this. Okay, next up we have the Attack of the Clones Snow Globe with Jango Fett Slave 1 and Obi-Wan Starfighter. This came out in 2002. You can get one for about $30. I actually have two of these snow globes and have a couple other duplicates of Jango Fett things in my collection. Thought about someday maybe doing like a fan art competition where people submit art of their Jango Fett to me and then I pick some winners and give some giveaways, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you'd be interested in something like that. Alright, this is the Micro Machines Action Fleet Slave 1. It was released in 2002. This one's also more expensive. It costs about $100, but it looks great. This is the first one where the front windscreen comes down. The wings articulate, and when you nudge the guns a little bit, there's a little door that falls down from the underside of the Slave 1. You could fit a little Jango figure in here, but it does not come with one. It does come with a flight stand as well. Here we have the Play School and Galactic Heroes Jango Fett Slave 1. I got this as the Galactic Heroes, and I was doing some research on the Play School one. And to me, they look the same. Of course, I don't own both, but from what I can see on pictures, I think they're the same. The Galactic Heroes one goes from about $100 to $150. It came out in 2010. Play School one came out in 2013 and costs about $90. So Play School may have just reboxed this thing. I don't know if Play School owns Star Wars Galactic Heroes or anything. Maybe. They do seem kind of similar to me. The windscreen comes down so you can put Jango inside. The wings do turn and the guns move as well. This box is really cool. I like it a lot. It doubles as a play set. Alright, next up here we have the Fine Molds Jango Fett Slave 1. And there are two of these as well. There's one in a white box that came out in 2004. You can get that one from about $100 to $130. And then there's another one with like this space asteroid box that came out in 2011, and that one goes for about $60. They do seem to be a little bit different, and the one in the white box is the one that I don't have, and it's the only Slave 1 I don't have in my collection as far as I'm aware. But I'm not in a hurry to get it because I did not like building this. I'm not a model builder. As you can see, the one I have right now isn't painted. You're supposed to paint these. I'm not a painter. I don't really have that patience. I'd probably do a really bad job. I tried to find somebody that might be interested in doing it for me, but couldn't really find someone. But yeah, this was a huge pain to make. I did not enjoy it, and so I am in no hurry to get a second one. that looks fairly similar anyway. Alright, here we have the Bandai Slave 1 Jango Fett version. I like this one a lot more. You don't have to glue any pieces together like the last one. The pieces simply just snap together, and it comes with a little bit of colored pieces as well, so it looks a little bit better. You are supposed to paint this one as well, but again, I haven't. This one came out in 2017, and you can currently get one for about $60 to $70. It even has a little tiny Jango and Boba Fett inside. Alright, next up we have the Jango Fett Transformer. This came out in 2007, and you can currently get one from about $50 to $60. It does come with a little pilot Jango in it, and this is a repaint of the Boba Fett Transformer because it has the pouches instead of the shin guards and little spikes on the feet. Even though the Jango Fett version does work a little bit better because he dual wields the pistols, it was originally designed as a Boba Fett one, and then they released a Jango Fett version. This is the Jango Fett Starship Micro Galaxy Squadron. This came out in 2023 and goes for about $30. This one's got a lot of fun features. The wings move with the cockpit. The guns articulate. There's a little flap on the side here you can open up, and you see a little kind of swinging door thing with a mold of different weapons and rifles. The ramp from the front pulls down, and then there's a door that pops out from where the ramp was. This one comes with a very small Jango and Boba Fett that can fit inside the ship. Alright, and here we have one of my favorite ones. This is the Lego Jango Fett Slave 1 from 2002. This goes from about $200 to $500. There's a lot of these listed for like ridiculous amounts of money, but if you just look for a little bit, you can find one at a more reasonable price. This one has lots of fun play features. The cockpit moves with the wings again from the landing to flying position. There's these little missiles on the side here where you pull down the flap and they extend out. There's little flaps here in the middle that kind of expose like an engine and a couple more rockets. And then there's little doorways here on the front as well, where you could use to store anything, Jango's blasters maybe, or his hairpiece. Then there's little orange bombs stored here in the bottom that are just little Lego minifigure heads. And there's even a little cage that's magnetized here to the bottom. I feel like we don't see as many cool, fun play features in Lego sets like this anymore. I really wish this one would get an update. We've had like 13 Lego Boba Fett Slave 1s. I really wish Lego would give us an update for the Jango Fett one. And of course it comes with the Jango Fett and Young Boba Fett minifigures. Alright, next up we have some miniature Lego Jango Fett Slave 1s. First one is called Star Wars Mini Building Set Slave 1 Jedi Starfighter. This one came out in 2003. You can get one for about $13, and it does come with an Obi-wan Jedi Starfighter. The next one is one that came in a little poly bag. It came out in 2015, and you can find one from about $15 to $30. Alright, and here we have a Hasbro Jango Fett Slave 1. This one came out in 2013. You can get one of these for about $45 to $60. It has a little rocket sticking out the front that does fire. You can fit a figure inside. Alright, and here we have the Secret Attack Reveal Hasbro Slave 1. This one came out in 2002. It was the first Jango Fett Slave 1 to be released to my knowledge, and it costs about $100 if you get it new in the box. This one has a lot of fun play features. It has a handle here on the back for you to hold it. I really like that, so you can kind of fly it around in your hand. It has some rockets that expose themselves if you push this button in. There's a spring that shoots this door open and the rockets stick out, and then you spin it or twist it and the rockets fire out one at a time. There's a little panel right here and you can change what's facing up. So this one's blank. This one's got kind of like a bullet mark. And this one, I think, is the tracker that Obi-Wan sticks to Jango Fett's ship when he flies away. There's also little bombs that drop out if you push this button here. You get about 4 of those in there. And an action figure does fit inside this one as well. Alright, and our last one isn't even technically a Jango Fett Slave 1. This is the Rise of Boba Fett Ultimate Battle Pack Slave 1. So this is from Star Wars The Clone Wars. But it still has Jango Fett colors, and there is a repaint of this one that has more Boba Fett colors. So I'm totally counting this as a Jango Fett Slave 1. It is awesome. It is absolutely massive. You can fit 3 figures inside this thing. This came out in 2010. To get this new in box is $300 to $400. It is quite expensive. This is probably my favorite piece in my whole Jango Fett collection right now. I just love looking at this thing, the size, and I think it's just a really great looking piece. It has a lot of fun play features as well. There's 2 rockets that shoot out the front blasters. There's 2 seismic charges that will eject if you push these buttons on the side here. The whole side panel comes up and you can fit a bunch of figures in here as well. They even have little pegs for the figure's feet to stick into. They have a storage compartment with a little crate thing inside that you could put a figure in as well. And then they have another panel that slides down here from the front. This set comes with a Mace Windu Starfighter and a ton of action figures. The cockpit does rotate, and there is this little like empty slot behind the seats here that if you had a figure frozen in carbonite, that you could probably fit back there. Thanks so much for checking out this video and sticking around till the end. When I first started my Jango Fett collection, I wasn't even sure if I should bother collecting the Slave 1 ships, but I'm super glad I did. I really love these. They look awesome. The Slave 1 ship is like the coolest ship in Star Wars. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments. See you guys next time.
Fake him out now, he don't know his next. I'ma hunt him down like Jango Fett.